I always love a good, scathing legal letter. Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg just sent one responding to Jim Jordan and MAGA Republicans inviting or threatening to subpoena Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg and Assistant District Attorney Matthew Colangelo to testify before Congress. Of course, the Manhattan District Attorney's Office successfully prosecuted Donald Trump. Trump was convicted on 34 separate felony counts. The MAGA Republicans in the House of Representatives have always attempted to interfere with the various criminal proceedings, federal and state, especially where they have no jurisdiction when it comes to state prosecutions, and especially while those prosecutions are still pending. There is sentencing set to take place on July 11th of Donald Trump, and of course, Justice Merchan, Juan Merchan, not to be confused with Justice Arthur Engoron, Justice Juan Merchan recently allowed Donald Trump's lawyer Todd Blanche to be there at Donald Trump's first probation officer visit. So things are still pending. Here, by the way, is what Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg said to Jim Jordan. Dear Chairman Jordan, this responds to your letters dated May 31st, 2024, inviting representatives of the New York County District Attorney's Office to testify before the House Judiciary Committee Select Subcommittee in a public hearing about the work of this office. This office is committed to voluntary cooperation. The cooperation includes making the district attorney available to provide testimony on behalf of the office at an agreed upon date, and evaluating the propriety of allowing assistant district attorney to testify publicly about an active prosecution to which he is assigned. However, the proposed date that the subcommittee selected without consulting the office presents various scheduling conflicts. In addition, the committee's invitation has not made clear the scope of the proposed testimony, and trial court proceedings in People v. Trump are currently scheduled to continue through July 11th, 2024. The trial court and reviewing appellate courts have issued numerous orders for the purpose of protecting the fair administration of justice in People v. Trump, and to participate in a public hearing at this time would be potentially detrimental to those efforts. The district attorney's office therefore requests an opportunity to engage with the committee staff to identify a new hearing date and to better understand the scope and purpose of the proposed hearing. As with prior inquiries from the committee, we look forward to discussing with the committee staff how the office may be able to accommodate the committee's invitation while also protecting the integrity of an ongoing criminal prosecution and New York's sovereign interest. Respectfully submitted, Leslie B. Dubeck, General Counsel to the Manhattan District Attorney's Office. All right, well, it wasn't all that scathing, but if you read between the lines right there, talking about New York's sovereign interest, and it was more like kind of poking back at the MAGA Republicans and just letting Jim Jordan know, look, Jim Jordan, I know that you're trying to do a PR stunt right here, and I know you're trying to do this for your MAGA base, but the law really doesn't allow you to do this, but we want to try to help you out. We're open to this invitation, but what is this really about? Can you please delineate the topics or what you expect us to talk about? Also, we won't be able to do that before sentencing on July 11th, and there are also appellate proceedings happening. So we need to protect the integrity of those proceedings, and obviously participating in whatever it is that you want us to would be detrimental to that. So why don't you get back to us, Jim, and maybe spell it out what your real intentions are? So shifting the burden to Jim Jordan, slowing things down in a diligent way to say, look, that's your PR stunt. We're professionals at the Manhattan District Attorney. We don't do gimmicks. Let us know what you think you want to ask about and why you think it's lawful.
We do a lot every day, and typically at night, I need something to wind down. But I'm sick of all the calories, nasty hangovers, bloating, and other negative health implications that can come with having a glass of wine before bed. That's why I'm obsessed with Sol's new out-of-office THC gummies. Perfectly microdosed to get you blissed, not blitzed. This podcast is sponsored by Sol. Sol's new out-of-office gummies are perfectly microdosed with hemp-derived THC and CBD to give any day that chillin' on the beach vibe. I can't believe I didn't know you could buy THC products online like this. Did you know you can now buy hemp-derived THC products in all 50 states? The out-of-office gummies help you get that much-needed me time at the end of the day or during the day. They're convenient and delicious. Out-of-office gummies give you that warm, fuzzy, euphoric microdosed feeling without sending you to the moon. You could go for a jog, watch your favorite TV show, or head out to a party. Whatever floats your boat. Sol's out-of-office gummies have given me the perfect way to chill and maintain my sanity while trying to stay on top of my game and keep my anxious thoughts at bay. Sol was founded 5 years ago by brother and sister duo Mike and Angie Lee. Mike is a former world-ranked professional boxer, and Angie is an author and professional speaker who had the desire to create natural alternatives to medication that tackle problems they deal with themselves, like sleeplessness, anxiety, focus, and pain. And that's not all Sol's got. Whether you're looking for a sleep aid, enhanced focus, or pain relief, Sol has all your wellness needs covered. And Sol's products are grown right here in the USA, organically farmed and gluten-free. So give Sol a try. Head to getsol.com and use code MIDAS for 30% off your order. That's 30% off your order using code MIDAS, M-E-I-D-A-S. One last time, that's getsol.com and code MIDAS for 30% off.
Just so you see what the MAGA Republicans sent, this is the letter from Jim Jordan that said, "Dear Mr. Bragg," this was sent May 31st, 2024, by the way. "Dear Mr. Bragg, we write to respectfully request your testimony at a hearing before the Select Subcommittee on the Weaponization of the Federal Government of the Committee on the Judiciary, titled Hearing on the Weaponization of the Federal Government, on June 13, 2024 at 10 a.m. in room 2141 of the Rayburn House Office Building. This hearing will examine actions by state and local prosecutors to engage politically motivated prosecutions," lots of typos here, "of federal officials, in particular the recent political prosecution of President Donald Trump," not the president, "by the Manhattan District Attorney's Office. The enclosed witness instruction sheet provides information for witnesses appearing before the subcommittee. Please note the procedures for submitting written testimony at least 2 business days prior to the hearing. Please confirm your appearance before the committee as soon as possible, but no later than 5 p.m. on June 7, 2024. If you have any questions, please contact committee staff," and it gives the phone number. "Thank you for your prompt attention to this matter. Signed, Jim Jordan." Should be noted, I've said this before, Jim Jordan is not a licensed lawyer. Jim Jordan never passed the bar exam. Nonetheless, that qualifies you in MAGA to lead the Judiciary Committee. Sans any law degree. Okay, makes a lot of sense right there. Only sending your best. Jim Jordan did cover up sexual abuse at the Ohio State University, so that makes you qualified to be a leader in MAGA. But you see what Jim Jordan's saying there? We're inviting you to attend this hearing. We're calling it Weaponization of the Federal Government. We're going to examine how state and local prosecutors engage in politically motivated prosecutions of federal officials. So we're going to frame it that way because we don't frame things in a way that courts do, where it's supposed to be neutral. I mean, by the way, if Jim Jordan and the MAGA Republicans said they wanted to do a hearing that simply addresses, the potential links between federal government and state prosecutors, and to the extent those links result in prosecutions, let's just say it was framed that way, I think there would still be no basis for a hearing like that, but at least the framing of it would not have the appearance of the taint to which it currently has. Imagine there being a trial and it not be the People v. Trump, but imagine the trial starts off with People v. Donald Trump is guilty, right? that's essentially the way the MAGA Republicans frame their hearings, where they have their outcome before the hearing. They then try to parade people there to spin their narrative. And as we've been seeing recently, though, all of their hearings usually devolve into just complete and total disasters, where Democratic Congress members like Jared Moskowitz and Jamie Raskin and Jasmine Crockett and others push back and call out these MAGA Republicans for their behavior. And then you usually have the MAGA Republicans like James Comer say, like, well, you're a Smurf. You're just look like a Smurf, Moskowitz. Rather than actually engage in issues, they just call people Smurfs and attack them, or Marjorie Taylor Greene just attacking the appearance of people or showing nudes or whatever it is. But look, good move, I think, right here by Alvin Bragg and the district attorney's office. Take this in steps. Just say, okay, we're not showing up at that hearing. We're not showing up before July 11th. There's active proceedings taking place. We're open to engaging with you and having these discussions. So what does that actually kind of set up for the next step? So Jim Jordan either has to respond, or Jim Jordan tries to file some sort of federal lawsuit. Then if a lawsuit's filed and says they're refusing to show up, then the Manhattan District Attorney's Office says, no, we're not refusing to show up. We actually said we're open to it. We wanted more information. We obviously can't do it before July 11th. So, we can't entertain this until obviously the proceedings in New York have some finality, which they don't right now. And that's really where we're at. So you see what the Manhattan District Attorney has to do there as well, knowing that, okay, maybe Jim Jordan files a federal lawsuit like he's done in the past here. And, you take it incrementally. You show that you're open to good faith, and then you show that Jim Jordan and these MAGA Republicans are bad faith actors. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 3 million subscribers together. Love the Meidas Mighty.
Love this video? Make sure you stay up to date on the latest breaking news and all things Meidas by signing up to the MeidasTouch newsletter at MeidasTouch.com/newsletter.